Hello, Mechanic Eric. Just waiting for some people to come in. Hi. Just waiting for a few people to come into the room so I don't have to repeat myself a whole bunch of times. Yeah, I'm back for a little bit. I'm just gonna talk about what happened with Command Bus and California and all that. Hopefully my gimbal doesn't die because I was nice enough to let Santa use it, so battery's dying. Hello, hello. Hello. How you guys all doing? Hi. Oh. So what you guys want to talk about until the room gets a little bit bigger, huh? Yeah, we can chat for a little bit until the room gets a little bit bigger. Then I'll talk about what happened with not going to California. My thoughts? Thoughts on what? Santa's group, Grey Wolf's group, Freedom Convoy. Thoughts on what? Anything. Saw Joe today. After action report on the meeting. I think Santa should have sat there and spent a little bit more time answering more questions. We only hit 2 rounds of questions. I think you guys had a lot of good questions. Yes, Joe's leaving Monday, but he said if they go into DC, he'll fly, or if they're gonna go into DC, he'll fly back. So yeah, I mean, let's see, if you end up staying with them, are you going to be one of the most you'll be one of the most valuable players? The live streamers they need for donations, the mechanics are too variable. Yeah, well, I don't think he wants to use his personal account. I think he needs to get the ball rolling. So I think that's a stopgap measure till he can get a more permanent account. He's going to probably have to go home to do that. So, I think it's just a temporary stopgap just to get things moving. I didn't burn any food. I do know that when I was at the Hagerstown racetrack, they did have a front end loader where I observed hot dog, burger buns, and stuff like potato salad being thrown out. I don't know if it was expired. I don't know if they turned the reefer off. I didn't see meat. I don't remember seeing meat. It looked like just buns and that type of stuff. But they did put that on a pile, and I'm assuming at some point they lit it on fire. I didn't see the fire, so yeah. No, I get what you're saying, fireman. I mean, but unfortunately, there's no good situation here if you can't open an account because he's not a resident of this area, and that's the only thing available to him. He's got to do what he's got to do. I didn't see him burn it, but I saw him put it on the pile. I don't know. I've never set up a mail service box, so I don't know about that. But yeah, hopefully he'll get it all worked out, and everybody will be happy with it. I'll let him know that what you guys have to say about it, that you're sitting here and saying that makes you uncomfortable. Yeah. All right, so now that we got 196 people on here, I guess we can talk about the what happened and why I didn't stream last night, and everything that kind of blew apart. So the plan was that I was going to take the command bus back to California, which was going to allow me to take back the trailer to the guy in New Mexico. And an added bonus was there was a lady named Trish who her vehicle broke before I became the people's mechanic, before I had any power over keeping people going. It was before I was even part of this. And her stuff got loaded into a truck and her vehicle was left. And her stuff ended up in Hagerstown, but she's now back in Arizona, so her stuff was going to end up being able to get back to her too, because I was going to be able to load that up in the bus and take it back. Outdoorsy is the company that they used to rent the bus from, which is kind of like Airbnb, but for RVs. So when they signed the contract only listed Marcus and the guy I call Security Joe as the drivers. So I would not have been able to drive it and be insured to drive a motor coach that's got a value of about $130,000. So Marcus, that's what they told Marcus. I called the company, and I sat there and I told them, well, that's just a problem. These two people are not available to take this bus back. And they gave me the same answer. They said, well, once the policy started and the vehicle's been picked up, there can't be any changes to it. And I said, simply enough, because I don't take no for an answer. I said, well, there's got to be some exceptions to the rules, because it's 3,000 miles away from where it needs to go, and there's two drivers that are unavailable to get it back there. So there's got to be something we can do. And they were willing to work with me. I brought up the suggestion of writing up a new contract and just ending the old one early, which then would have put me on the policy. I had made the suggestion about contacting the owner and seeing about potentially, having me put on his insurance, which was not optimal, but was an option. But there were options that could have been done. Unfortunately, according to Marcus, when I reached him and I sat there and I told him that I was in contact with Outdoorsy and had worked out some type of solution, he had already contacted Joe and basically told him, well, one of us has to go, I can't, so you're gonna have to. And Joe already booked a plane ticket so to fly out to where Marcus is to drive the bus back. So that basically canceled me driving the bus back. So then my next question was, well, what are we gonna do about this trailer? And Marcus's response was, I never agreed to do anything with the trailer. That was a Mike decision. So he put it off on Mike. I sat there and said, well, you were part of the TPC and you guys all agreed that if we borrowed this trailer, we would have taken it back. Well, and I said, once it gets out, they're not gonna, people are not gonna like it. And he's like, well, my name's already shot, how much worse can it be? So right now, the trailer's in limbo. I've got an option through somebody else I know that lives in that area that I trust, that at some point when they decide they're going to drive back, it's a smaller vehicle. It should be able to pull that trailer empty. I may have to try to figure out how much more fuel it's going to cost that person, and try to. I've not talked to Mike. I have Mike's number. I sent him a text about something else and he didn't respond, so I don't know if Mike's going to respond to me. I feel it's my problem because I was the person that got on the stage and put out the request. I was hoping a PJ's or like a big Tex dealer or manufacturer would have donated a trailer, but I put out the call on the stage saying that we needed a trailer. Therefore, I feel I'm responsible because I put the call out, even though the TPC was the organization that said that they were going to return it. So yeah, so it is what it is, like I said. So yeah, so that's what happened. So it's a 18-foot tilt trailer. So yeah, that's the situation. I'm still working on trying to figure out a way to get that trailer back. I think I probably will be able to. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's going to come down to fuel. I mean, optimally, it'd be better to have somebody that's going that direction. Just pay them the difference in fuel. For me to take it back, I live in Wisconsin. I don't live anywhere near there, so it'd be like an added fuel instead of, let's say hypothetically this person's truck gets 25 miles a gallon, just for math, and pulling the trailer they get 15. They'd need the difference in fuel to come out even in the end. Me, if I'm going all the way out there, I've got no reason to go out trailer, so it would be all fuel. It's not because I'm not going that way already. Yeah, first responder, he said he's leaving on Monday, but if he gets the message that that we're gonna go into DC, he's gonna fly back and probably get a rental car. So that's what he said he's gonna do. And there goes my gimbal. See, I let Santa use my gimbal for that whole live, and now my gimbal is dead. So, all right, taking you guys off the gimbal. For you guys on the tripod, or I'll freehand it. Ask Joe. This little car is not going to have the power. Even if we put a hitch on it, we'll not have the power to pull that trailer. Even though it's an empty trailer, it still has some weight to it. Because David pulled it with a 1500 Dodge, and it struggled a little bit. It's not a light trailer. I know it's not my problem. And I could sit here and just simply say, oh, that's not my problem, and walk away from it. But I still feel responsible because, like I said, I put the call out. So, you know, I don't feel that that person should have to go without or be in a bad position just because the TPC is screwing him. Yeah, so yeah, the black bean just doesn't. It's a high efficiency car. It's not designed to pull anything. It really doesn't have a towing capacity. I am over at Freedom Convoys place right now. I'm bouncing between the two. Right now, I wanted to get my stuff off away from the racetrack with all the stuff that's kind of coming out and the accusations that have been coming out towards the racetrack and towards Chris Young. I don't have my truck right now, so a local man helped me move my camper, which fits into a pickup truck, and their site's been stable. They haven't had to move, so knowing that my truck's going to be in the shop for probably about another week and a half to 2 weeks, I just needed a stable place to put it. And at the time, Santa didn't have a stable place. They were still trying to figure out where they were going to be. So that just wasn't really a good option. Plus they were 33 miles away, and I had no way to anchor the camper into the truck bed. And Freedom Convoy was only 4 miles away. So, no, I'm really just in my camper. I'm in my camper. I'm doing my thing, I mean, I hang out with Soup Mama. There's other people from the convoy that when TPC ended have joined over to Freedom Convoy's site right now. So, I mean, my actual interactions with Jersey J are very limited, if any. But like I said, I personally don't have a problem with him. I mean, you guys have a problem with him. You guys have seen stuff that you don't like, but my interactions have been fine, and he's just another person at the camp. I'm not doing things with him. He's not corrupting me. I'm not corrupting him. He's just somebody that's there. So it just is what it is. So are you still? I was just over at. Wait, are you still doing business with those who screwed everyone over? No funds. I'm not dealing with the TPC at all anymore. I mean, the last thing I was doing was going to be taking that bus back, but that was only so I could get the trailer back. So I'm not dealing with them at all. I was just at Santa's camp, and that's how I got invited to this meeting. And unfortunately, I didn't bring my wireless mic because I didn't know I was going to be part of this Santa meeting. So like I said, no, I have not actually signed the rules. Maybe just because of the fact that they know I'm trustworthy and whatever, I've not been asked to sign them. So, whatever the case, I know the rules exist, but I have not actually been asked to sign them. So I don't even know what they are, but I assume they're just code of conduct. I can ask about it, but I've never even seen them. You can, did Revere stay? Revere, I just ran into him over at Santa's camp when I was over there earlier, so Revere did make it. And I think that's the goal. I think they both want to work together, just being separate camps. So hopefully they get their organizations to kind of work together. Why did Chris drop your thing? Drop what thing? Common sense rules. Yeah, I think it's more of a, if you do something that you sign that, yeah, maybe you won't do certain things, and then you do it, well, you signed this, so now you have to leave. It just makes makes that transition to you leaving, you know, you can't sit here and say that, you know, well, I didn't know because you signed it saying that you wouldn't do this, you know. Well, I don't know who you'd sue now that TPC doesn't exist really anymore. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure who you would sue, so I don't know. Well, I'm not in the middle of any of that. You know, like I said, I've been friends to both convoys from day one. You know, I'm accepted at both convoys. If anything, you know, I'm a bridge between them. You know, I talk to them. I can talk to Santas. I'm not really part of either one. I'll help either one out. You know. Yeah, Jersey J made some mistakes, but who hasn't made mistakes? You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't want this to be a Jersey J thing. You know, it came down to they were 4 miles away, and I basically had to get off the racetrack, and I couldn't go to someplace that wasn't stable. You know, because I don't have a truck. I needed to be able to have a place that I knew I could keep my camper for, you know, a couple of weeks till my truck was fixed, and they're stable and they were willing to let me. So that's just the way it is. What was your favorite moment of the first 30 days you were in Hagerstown? Honestly, running over Tom. You know, that put a chuckle on my face. It's evil. It was a misunderstanding, and it was probably poor judgment. But he thought that the vehicle that was borrowed to me by the racetrack was borrowed to the convoy. Didn't realize it was borrowed directly to me. And when I decided I didn't want to be a mechanic working underneath him, he stood in front of the vehicle and told me I wasn't going anywhere with it. And I put it in drive and moved him out of the way nicely. So the running joke is I ran Tom over with the red truck. That was probably the funniest, because he got on his radio and his eyes opened up. He's like, "Security, security!" And it makes me chuckle every time I think about it. To be perfectly honest, that was probably, you know, I mean, I apologize to him. We're good now, but that was kind of funny. Well, I'm pretty much stuck here till my truck's fixed. I'm gonna go down to Washington D.C. though. I'm not missing out this time. I'm going to take this rental car and I'm gonna go see the Smithsonian and probably the monuments and stuff down in D.C. So that's my plan. You know, Tom is GWT 333. That's the Tom I'm talking about. Patriot mechanic was Dennis. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the other thing that stands out in my mind, probably my favorite thing I fixed. There was a gentleman named Neil, who he was in there with his 2 small kids and his wife, and half his electrical didn't work, and I was able to diagnose it, temporarily fix it, order a part, and get him permanently fixed. That was probably one of the repairs that made me feel really good, because I was able to help him and his family out. I mean, it's got to be hard to be camping with, you know, you, your wife, and 2 small kids. Tracy's doing fine. I guess she decided to get towed to a campground and camp instead of being at Freedom Convoy's site, because she heard that there's going to be some of the bikers that are coming up for the biker rally. They're going to be coming over to that site, and for whatever reason, just decided she didn't want to be there. So, you know, more power to her. She's just killing time until the transmission comes in and it gets all fixed. So I don't get it, you know, but you know, it is what it is. I still have the snap-on scanner, just waiting to decide what I'm doing and then see what Conrad wants me to do with the snap-on scanner, but I actually still have possession of the snap-on scanner. Yeah, Steve, you might be right. I don't know. I mean, it's weighing on my mind, but like I said, you know, I'm here for right now, and for as long as I can have the rental car. Unfortunately, this whole California thing kind of screwed me, because when I dropped off my truck, they told me straight out that I wasn't going to be able to keep the rental car for the entire time of my repair on my truck. So the idea was I was going to take the rental car back today, and then I'd be gone for 10, 12 days, and then I could pick up the rental car again, and that gave them 10 or 12 days to get my truck fixed. Now that I'm not going to California, I'm going to run out of time. So at some point I'm going to get the call to take the rental car back, and I'm just going to be basically stuck. The person that offered to do Tracy's transmission also offered to get me a rental car, but I look at wants versus needs. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have a rental car. It's nice to be able to go to the store, get a burger, you know, go to the gas station, do stuff, but I'm not going to die if I'm stuck at the camp. So, I mean, this guy's been more than charitable already. I just couldn't bring myself to let him pay for a rental car. No matter how financially stable he is and how blessed he may be financially, that was more of a want than a need. So I said, you know, that's what I told him basically. The truck is under a recall, and the rental car is covered, but only up to a limited amount of time, because of the fact that the parts are not in stock is not something that's their fault, I guess. I don't fully understand it, but I've been basically just told that it's a limited amount of time I can have that rental for. I have the camper. I do have the camper. The camper had to come off the truck. The camper was at the racetrack, but a local guy that has a truck exactly like mine came over, let me put my camper on his truck, and even though we couldn't tie it down, we just went really slow and we took it over to the other camp. So I do have my camper. I'm not homeless. Yeah, they have the water pump. They don't have the fan and the lower pulley that got damaged. And they said that they said that basically if I were to take the vehicle out, they would have to close the ticket. And once they close the ticket, they wouldn't be able to reopen it and cover the damage that was caused by the water pump. So, like I said, I'm just kind of stuck waiting for those parts to come into the dealership. So, you know, I'll keep the rental car as long as I can have it, but at some point they're going to give me a call and I'm just going to have to take it back. So, and get a ride 33 miles from where I'm camped, because the dealership's 33 miles away. So I'll have to find somebody that'll give me a ride to drop it off at some point. But like I said, it's a want, not a need. You know, if I was starving, that's a need. If if it was winter and I didn't have propane, that's a need. Not having a vehicle, I mean, yeah, it sucks. I like having my freedom. I own a lot of vehicles. I never usually go without having a vehicle to get in and go someplace. So it will definitely be a little sucky not being able to sit here and just jump in a car and take off if I want to go up to the gas station and grab a soda or something. You know, so it is what it is. What are we asking, Rose? Dealership can't pick it up or drop off service. 33 miles away, no. I mean, if I could have gotten to a dealership that was closer, maybe, but they were all booked up for 2 weeks. This shop was the only shop in a 50-mile radius that could get my truck in. In a timely fashion, which was only a couple of days. So. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he figures it out. Like I said, you know, that's not really just my job. Eric, does Santa tell the streamers not to share information with the American people? If yes, why? Santa never asked that question. He's never asked me not to. Let me reread that. Hold on. Does Santa tell the streamers not to share information that with the American people? I have not heard that. I need a Ford for a while. Well, if you want to go get me a loaner Ford, I'll drive it. I may make these jokes about Fords, but I've owned Fords. I'm just, here, I'll show you a photo. I've owned a Ford. And I don't mind that truck. It's not a bad truck. It's just comical. I just like to make jokes about them. But I mean, in all reality, the honest truth, though, is that most of what's broken down is Fords. Let's see. Yeah, see, this was my Ford. I think it was a 1999 F-150 with a 4.2, so it was a V6 motor. Where can we find out news about the Speedway? What do you want to know about the Speedway? Speedway, nobody's there anymore. Well, I will drive a Ford if you guys want to go rent me one. If that's what the karma wants to be. You guys want to go out there. I said I didn't want that guy to sit here and pay for a rental car. If you guys want to put me in a Ford, I'll drive that Ford. I don't care. Yeah, so like I said, it is what it is. Yeah, I think I like the older Fords. I really do. I live in Wisconsin. I actually like the older Fords. I think just that era around like X-Ray's truck, like the 2005s, when they started having problems with like the spark plugs, when the spark plugs started breaking and stuff. Is Mud Pig and his wife in here? I don't see Mud Pig. You're saying hello to Mud Pig and his wife, and I don't see Mud Pig. The option was put out to Santa to let him use the trailer, and at first he jumped at that idea, but then after thinking about it, he'd be in the same situation the TPC was in, that he'd be responsible to get it back, and he chose to tell me to take it back because he didn't want to have that that responsibility of having to return it to New Mexico. So yeah, Santa had the option to use it, but he chose not to. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I like the older square body Fords. Some of the classic Fords. Seems like some of the newer Fords are nice. You know, I don't know much about them. Just the what happened to the new smoker? I think they borrowed that, or it was rented, or it was temporarily donated. I don't think the smoker was anything that the convoy owned, because there was a guy that was always towing it around, and he took it home, I believe. So yeah. Santa has a smoker? I don't know about that. Yeah, Joe's going back home on Monday, but he's gonna fly back out if he hears that that we're going into DC. He'll fly back. What trailer? Show you a picture of what trailer? Oh, the flatbed trailer? I can't. I'm not at the campsite. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, you guys are talking about the trailer from New Mexico. Yeah, I'm not at their campsite right now. I could potentially drive over there, but you know, if that's something that you guys really want, I could potentially drive over there and take a picture of it, but I don't think I have one on my phone or anything. You're disappointed. Shit, we're disappointed. Why do you think the streamers aren't being honest with you guys? Just out of curiosity. It is actually, yep, it's 11:37 here too. So yeah. Yep, that's where the AFC is. No, I'm not ignoring your question about burning food. A lot of these are scrolling by really quick, and I already kind of talked about that. But I'll talk about it again real quick. I was at the racetrack. I saw that they did unload some food and buns. Looked like potato salad and buns. Looked like hamburger and hot dog buns that they put on a pile. I didn't see them burn it, but I did see them put it on a pile. I don't know what the condition of the buns or the potato salad was in, if they were expired or had gone bad. But I do know that they did put buns of multiple types and potato salad. I didn't see any meat. I didn't see anything else. All I saw was like potato salad. I mean, good quantities of buns and potato salad. And I assume they burnt it because it was on a burn pile. But I did not see them actually light it up. And that was Chris Young and Scott's trailer that they took that out of. So asked and answered. I don't know. I don't think they unloaded everything. So, like I said, I don't know if everything was bad or if the reefer was off. I don't know. I can only comment to what I saw. I never went and looked at expiration dates. I never popped open the potato salad to see if it went bad. You know, it's all assumptions at this point. I have not. Didn't even know that was a reefer trailer. Yeah, there's people that left that I'm glad that they left. So, in a sense, some of the people that were probably not good for the organization in the first place are gone. So that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, I didn't know Big D's trailer was a reefer trailer. I never paid attention. So, yeah, like I said, no, nobody ever asked me to try to start it. I am not on my way home. I'm kind of stranded here till my truck gets fixed. So, I've got time to think. I'm going to go into DC tomorrow, though. Trying to read some of what you guys are saying. I'm sorry to hear that there, Brenda. I'm from Wisconsin. Yes, there's still people in Santa's group. There's a few that came over to American Freedom Convoy. Rat Rad went home. He's not one of the people I was talking about earlier. But yeah, he went home. If you go back in the video, I explained it. But basically, I couldn't get insured to drive the bus. So if I drove it, it wouldn't have had insurance. So therefore, I couldn't drive it. That's a quick summary. Nope, I'm not going to California. I don't know. He was here at the meeting. I didn't really talk to him too much. I was looking forward to the trip too. I really wanted to go to California. Yeah. I am not with Santa. I went to Santa's camp today. Joe, Armed Security Joe is driving the bus. I visited Santa's camp. They're 33 miles away from where I'm at. It's a tilt bed with electric brakes. When I was at Santa's camp, because I know I'm going to have to turn in this rental car, I just wanted to say hi to some of the people I haven't seen in a while. I was invited to this meeting that we had over here at the hotel. So I came over here and did it. And now I'm here alone at the hotel, just kind of catching you guys up on what's going on with me not going to California, because everybody was kind of wondering why. Then I'm going to jump in the car and go back to where I'm camping and go to bed. I'm pretty sure there's a Wisconsin state lead. I'm in good contact with the Illinois state lead. I'll probably talk to him, and because he used to be part of the security team in Hagerstown. And I'll probably get in contact with him, and he'll get me in contact with the Wisconsin state lead. I can live stream. They just didn't want anybody live streaming the first night. They wanted everybody to have a break and just kind of relax. So it was just for that first night that we weren't going to live stream. No, I can live stream at the camp if I want. There's a couple other streamers that are a little less known that are live streaming at the camp too. They're not as well known. I've seen their content though. It's kind of funny. There's a guy goes around by the name of Stitch. One of his lives was kind of funny. Then there's another guy I don't remember what his name is, but there's 2 other guys that were down in DC a couple of days ago, and they were doing some stuff. If you stay with him, you will need to pay. We'll go into his Doris. So you still got a dinky die car. Oh, it's so funny to listen to. Yeah. Would have been funny if they would have given me a Hellcat, but no, I got a Jeep Compass. I actually don't mind it though. It gets pretty damn good gas mileage for being an all-wheel drive vehicle. So I think it gets about average. It's getting about 26, 27 miles a gallon. So I really can't complain. It definitely was nice. Mount Rushmore. I've been there. Went to Sturgis too. Missed the rally by a day. So I'm actually pretty grateful that it gets good gas mileage. It was pretty nice to be able to have that to go and do all the running around I did when I was trying to get Tracy's situation sorted out, because I basically drove to every shop in Hagerstown. I haven't made a decision if I'm going back to Wisconsin yet once my truck's fixed. I'm still thinking on that. State lead is Chris. I've got his personal number, but I'm not sure how he wants that information distributed. I'll try to find out. I can find out right now. Let me call him. I'm calling Chris. Hey, Chris. I'm actually on a live right now. They can't hear you. They can only hear me. But I had somebody, I was talking about the state leads and stuff, and they were asking me about the Wisconsin lead, and then somebody popped in and said, well, I'm from Illinois. How would I get in touch with the Illinois lead? And that's a good question. How would somebody, if they wanted to get in touch with you, well, how would they get in touch with you? Okay, hold on. So you would go, so if you want to get in touch with the Illinois lead, you would go to the People's Movement. Go ahead, Chris. People's Movement, what? People's Movement Illinois on Facebook. On Facebook. Okay. And then he would accept you. He would accept you if you answer some type of question on that group. So it's a Facebook group, and it's the People's what? The People's Movement Illinois on Facebook. So that's how. Okay. So. Yeah. Sure. Okay. I just wanted to touch base with you real quick. I'll call you back after I'm done with this live, okay? All right, thank you, sir. All right, bye-bye. It's nice to have people's phone numbers. You got a question? I just call them. Hey, question answered. There you go. So you go to the people's, whatever I said, Facebook page, and that's how you find out. You know, and then you answer the question. So there you go. And then you can get in touch with the lead for that state. Brian Brozzi create People's Movement groups. I know he's part of it. I believe Brian Brozzi is part of it. You know, he seems to be heading up the state side of it. So yeah. What time is it? Yeah, it's getting to be that time, 11:49. And I still got to drive 33 miles back. Yeah, I'm assuming it would be that plus Wisconsin. But I'm pretty sure I can call Chris, and Chris will give me the number directly. I won't have to go through the webpage. So I'll get the number for... no, the owner wants his trailer. He doesn't really want to sell it. Santa had put an offer out there, you know, and said, hey, do you want to sell this trailer? And the gentleman didn't seem interested. I don't believe I'm going to go fishing with Joe. I'm going to go down to DC. I'm going to be a tourist. I was here for however long, and I never even got to see any of the monuments. So probably tomorrow I'm just going to jump in the car while I still have the rental car, and I'm just going to go be John Q. Public and go sightseeing Washington, D.C. tomorrow. So People's Movement is with Santa, and I don't know if they gave out the address, so I'm just not going to. I'm not 100% sure if they've given it out yet, but if they have, it'll probably be out there somewhere. Yeah, I kind of want to go see the Smithsonian, you know. I figure, I've been in Hagerstown. I was here for 28 days the last time. I've been here for this many times this time. I regretted that we left and I never got to see it, so I've got a little bit of time on my hands. And I'm going to go be a tourist. I'm in a car that's not flagged out and it's got local plates. So, yeah, there's really no reason anybody should give me any hassle. Yeah, so... they were in DC today. I think really they're limited to what they can do. I know a few people wanted them to stop in DC today. They went into DC today, but they just kind of drove through DC and then left. I know some people wanted them to stop and they weren't overly happy about that. Who is he talking to? I'm talking to you guys. I don't know who you think I'm talking to. So yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if I would have had my motorcycle here. I probably would have gone down to that on my bike, but don't have a bike available. I put a call out for a while ago for an enclosed trailer. I was gonna see if somebody could have met me with my bike, because I still needed to be able to carry fuel, so I needed an enclosed trailer and my jack and stuff, and that went on deaf ears, so I never did get my bike with me. It would have been nice to have taken it to California, and it would have been nice to have it with me now, because so what if my truck's down? I could have rode my motorcycle, I still would have been mobile. It would have been nice to have it. No, Chuck's not riding my bike. He's got his own. Yeah, good luck with that, Chuck. Then what am I supposed to do with you? Fly you back? And then how am I supposed to get my bike back? That's not a working solution. Oh. I actually own a few different bikes. Most of them are Harleys. I've actually got like 5 bikes. One of them is a Honda GL 1000 1975 that I inherited from one of my uncles that passed away. But the rest of them are Harleys. And I'm actually thinking about buying an Indian motorcycle, Indian Scout, personally. Is Movement going to Rolling Thunder? I do not know. I don't think they are, the way it was sounding. If they go, they won't be going under, they'll be just going. I don't think they're going to be going as a movement, or as whatever, as 1776. If they do go, I think they'll go just as however they go. I didn't say they were all like super valuable. I mean, I bought one of them for like $800, you know. I may own them, you know, but they're not all like $1 million bikes, you know. My most expensive bike is a 2016 Street Glide. The rest of them are, you know, cheaper. You know, I enjoy the variety of the bikes. You know, one of them I bought for $7,000. The other one I bought for $3,000. You know, I mean, and then like I said, my uncle's was given to me when he passed away. So I mean, it's not like I've got a shitload of money tied up in my bikes. It'd be nice if I had really nice bikes, but this is the one. This is the one that is my flashiest bike. This one actually wins a couple of awards. It's won a couple first place trophies and stuff. But that's only a $7,000 bike. You know, I put rims on it. You know, I did some things to it, but I only bought it for $7,000. So it's not like a super expensive bike. And then this bike, this was $2,900. So it's got 100,000 miles on it, but the lady had paperwork showing that she basically rebuilt it 5 times. So, you know. And then, oh, that got screwed up because I flipped it. Then I had a bad day, so I had to repaint my bike. You can see a tree limb took out my camper, my bike, and my truck. They charged me three deductibles because each vehicle had its own insurance. So my bike used to be flat black, and I bought a new tin set. And now my Street Glide looks like this. So the first bike, well, it's a Harley Davidson Black Line, so it's not a picture. That's just a reflection. Just says Harley Davidson, and that's just a reflection of the trees. So it's just black. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it's almost midnight. I've still got, yeah, it's only 2 minutes away from midnight. I've got, I can ride with no helmet in Wisconsin, yeah. I've got a 33-mile drive to get home, roughly. So, I mean, you guys got the option. I can either put you in the car and you won't be able to see me, and then it'll probably be buffering, and then you guys will be yelling it's buffering. Or I can end this live. I guess I'll let you guys pick dark ride or view of me driving home. I can have the camera either inside or outside, or I can just end the live. I'll leave it up to you guys. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. Dark ride. Okay, yeah, that's one vote for dark ride. I'm gonna start packing up. I guess you guys get to have the dark ride. Got my cord. One. I don't know which one was. But I'm assuming it's that. This is actually a halfway decent car. It's over because I gotta open the door. It's got a kind of cool key fob. It actually unlocks as you walk up to it. I don't even have to push a button. I literally walk up to the So you guys want an inside or outside view? I gotta put my tripod away real quick. All right. Outside, outside, outside. I see a lot of outsides. Okay. You guys are going to the outside. Okay. Oh, can't have that music on. All these guys always killing me on the music. I haven't listened to music since I've started live streaming. Okay, so now I gotta figure out how the hell to get back to where I need to go. Easiest way, Hagerstown Speedway directions.
Where would you like to go?
Hagerstown Speedway directions.
Getting directions to Hagerstown Speedway.
All right, go. Because I know how to get there from there, so that'll be close. Gypsy's an amazing man. Yeah, I wish. Then I'm actually getting monetized. You guys watching my videos has made me a whole whopping $10. Yay! Yeah, I now understand why YouTubers sit here and say that what YouTube pays them doesn't mean much. Because I've made all of $10. It's kind of comical. I don't even know how to access it yet. It's okay, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, she's very bossy too. If you don't go the way she wants you, or she wants you to go, she starts yelling, rerouting, rerouting. I'm staying at Freedom Convoys camp just because I wanted to get off the racetrack and it was the closest place I could go. Hey, look, a black cat. Not all the way black. Because I had no way to transport my my camper other than a local friend that I've made that had a similar truck, but there was no way to tie it down to his truck. So it was kind of sketchy driving it even the 4 miles. And I knew I wasn't going to have an opportunity to move it again if there was a problem. So it just happened to work out that it was just easier to take it there. And like I said, I'm friends with both convoys, so you know, it doesn't really matter where I end up. Everybody complains about the bugs. I think this windshield's clear, as far as I can tell. Yeah, my favorite part about this Compass though is it's got wireless CarPlay. So I just get into my car and I get into this car and I turn it on, and CarPlay automatically hooks up to the radio. Then if I want to charge my phone, I can, but I don't have to. So I mean, that's just a really nice feature. Free shot 254. Well, thank you. I'm not exactly sure how I access that yet. I don't have it tied to any bank account, but I'm sure at some point I'll be able to access it. So thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. And you're the first one to have done that. I've never actually had any. So I appreciate it. Why did you put in Hagerstown Racetrack in the GPS? Because it's close to where I'm going, and I don't remember the address for where I'm going, so I know exactly how to get there from the racetrack. Once I get in the general area, I'm only a couple of miles away from the racetrack, so I'll just know how to get there once I get over in that area. Yes, I had dinner with first responder. We had he had some type of pulled pork stuff and chicken wings, and I had a bacon barbecue burger. It was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is. Probably on this road, I'll probably get off and it'll be like, there it is. So. Free shot. You were the first one to ever do that, so thank you very much. And now you were the second. MTR Farm. Okay, how do I make this stuff go away? I'll be the second. Yeah, you'll be the second. Yeah, 31 miles. No, thank you guys for everything you do. You know, you guys do a lot. You guys sit here and help out. You know, you guys are the ones out there that are out there sitting here and spreading the messages in your own neighborhoods, you know, talking to your friends. So, I mean, you guys do a lot too, you know. I just did what I did, you know. So, I don't know. MJR. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure who his lieutenant somebody had asked a question about his sergeants, his lieutenants, as people that maybe that some ideas to him. And he said that they were more for him. So, yeah, I've definitely felt it. You know, I look at a lot of other people's streams, and you know, I don't seem to have the hate that a lot of other channels have. You know, I'll get the every once in a while, you know, you should go home, or, you know, I'll get the why are you guys here? But for the most part, people are pretty nice in my channel. You know, like I said, I don't know. You know, everything works its way out. You know, everybody figured out who the bad people were and who the good people are, and, you know, it just is what it is. Maybe all the gossip will be gone when Joe is gone if he hurt a lot. Joe, first responder Joe? You're trying to say he hurt people? Well, I also don't, you know, I try not to get too into all the gossip and stuff. I don't let that stuff kind of go on, because I just sit here and say, you know, I'm not TPC. You know, I can't speak for them. Yeah, I think our elections need to be fixed correctly. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Once you die, you lose your right to vote. It's just a fact. It's just like marriage. Death till you part, you know? Same thing with voting, unfortunately. You know, once you die, sorry, you got to give up them rights. Yeah, I got 2 of them. I was joking. I had made a comment that I'm finally monetized, and then I got $10 from streaming, and 2 people, MGR, which is one of my moderators, did it, and free shots sent me another one. So yeah, it's kind of comical. I don't have any way to access it right now because I don't have a bank account linked to it, but you know, it's still kind of cool. My buddy Trench was on there. He was teasing me about that. I got the 2 shots or whatever. We just need to get the word out so that they understand on the day of vote that they're just not allowed to vote anymore. That's all it is, you know. They just have to, we have to raise awareness that the dead have lost their rights to vote. That's all it is. That's all it is. We love you, you know. You guys did great for the country. Some of you are veterans, and you know, you served your country and stuff, but unfortunately your voting rights go away with your death. You can come out and party on voting day, just can't vote. Holy. Okay. get that off of YouTube because I have no idea. Well, thank you very much, guys. Yes, we definitely have to vote. But we also need to vote for the right people to get our local governments squared away. We've got to get this voting under control. We've got to get, in my opinion, we need to get voter ID under control. You know, if I've got to sit here and I got to show my driver's license, set up a brand new Facebook account, and do anything else in life, there's no reason that I shouldn't have to show my ID to vote. That just doesn't make sense. We need to sit here and look at term limits. And we need to figure out how to get rid of the people in the back offices. You know, the candidates might change, but the people in those back offices that are support staff, they're the same people. You know, they're the same group of people. You got the same people talking, whispering in the ears of the candidates. You know, need to figure out how to get rid of, you know, these lobbyists, you know, donations. You know, I think it would probably help if we could get rid of, you know, campaign contributions. You know, make it so that it's an equal playing field. X number of dollars, and then that's it. You can't get more than so much in donations for campaign fundraising. That way you can't sit here and sway candidates to your way. There's no reason that these candidates need as much money as they're getting in donations to campaign to become whatever they're becoming. You know, our candidates shouldn't be up for the highest bidder. What's coming around to the Democratic? Who said nothing? See, I can't follow the chat while I'm driving. I'm sorry, guys. Kind of just chat for a little bit. If I catch something in the corner of my eye, I'll chime in. I might go down to that biker rally though this weekend. Would you guys like it if I went live down at the biker rally? If I could find a bike to ride, even if I had to get a helmet. Hey, you know anybody in this area that borrow me a bike? I'm a really good driver. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's a place I could rent one, but with this rally happening this weekend, I'm pretty sure anybody that rents motorcycles are gonna be all booked out. Yeah, but are you in this area there, Tim? What they would charge. I guarantee there's people that flew in that didn't ride their own bikes that are going to sit here and rent a bike. accidents since I was a kid when I first got my license. I've got an extremely low insurance rate, and I don't drive like an idiot. You guys have seen how much, you've seen me drive in convoy. You know I keep following distances. You've seen how I drive. Heck, I ignore you guys so I don't sit here and drive crazy. Although I've been paying too much attention to you, so honestly, I probably am swerving a little bit more than I should. This is probably more riskier than what I normally like to do. Yeah, well, I guess she knows where I'm at. She can if she's close, she could just come on over and be like, "Hey, I'm Tara." You know. It's up to him. I'd have to get a helmet too. That's the other side. You guys have got helmet laws here. We talked about that right at the beginning of this video, or this live. I am not taking the RV back. Simple answer is that the insurance policy wouldn't cover me because I wasn't on the original rental agreement. So that is why I'm not taking the bus back. That's the simple answer. Yeah, but if I'm driving in DC, I'd have to have a helmet. I don't know, Tara, you know where I'm at. If you live just north of Hagerstown, come on down. And pretty much anybody there, or even if I'm not at the campground, knows how to get a hold of me. To have a bike. I've been wanting to have a bike for a while. You met Oreo last Friday, but you didn't meet me. Why didn't you meet me? Where was I? Oh. So to figure out where you are, I have to call Oreo. That's the one person I don't have his number. I'd have to call Joe to get Oreo's number to find out where Oreo ate last Sunday or Saturday or whatever. That'd be interesting. Use an e-bike. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't with them probably. Oh, when they were in the Walmart parking lot, I was probably at the. Was that after they got kicked out of Hagerstown Speedway? Because I was still at the racetrack, so that's why I probably wasn't with them. I was still dealing with trying to get the transmission for Tracy's ambulance, so I didn't go to the Walmart parking lot with them. That's why I was still at the Hagerstown Speedway. I mean, heck, you know where I'm going right now. Jump in your car. No, I didn't know 007 had problems. I'll have to give him a call tomorrow and see what's going on. Do you know what happened to 007? fridge. It's midnight. What do you mean full-time shelf? How can you still be working at midnight? He got a speeding ticket and what? He's not allowed to drive or something? I don't get. Well, then go to bed. Go to bed. Obviously, if you work someplace near the Walmart, I'll just have to ask Oreo which place did you work near the Walmart. And I'll have to go, hey, I'll have to walk into that restaurant and be like, hey, is there a Terra there? Or come over after work. Like I said, you know where I'll be. X-rays teaching survival classes. Good night, Beth. Yeah, I mean, the people that wanted to stay are still here. You know, I just, yeah, I don't know. X-ray made some comments that were unfavorable, and he probably was getting a lot of bad chatter, so I don't know. I actually don't mind the Jeep. I actually kind of like this. You know, I'm not really a Jeep Compass guy, but I like the wireless CarPlay. You know, it seems to drive pretty good. I'm averaging 28.7 miles, 28.8 miles a gallon for an all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, you know, type vehicle. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. You know, it's got all the stuff I need to carry with me in it. So I mean, it's all doing good. So. He was doing 107 and a 65. So he didn't just get a ticket, they took him to jail. Is that what you're telling me? Because that's usually going to jail type speed. That's insane. Tells you how little I got out. What's the name of that $1,000 car? This is a 2022 Jeep Compass that I'm driving. Yeah, that's a big ticket. 107. Wow. And a 65. Yeah. You just want me to come to your work. I see how it is. Wow. That wasn't very smart. That was not smart at all. That sucks for him. For breakfast. I'll have to look up the menu and see if the food's any good. cook's going to be extra tired because she didn't go to bed. So she might have an off day tomorrow. I don't know if I want to eat breakfast at a place that the lady hasn't gotten any sleep. You guys got me for 6.6 more miles. Well, no, 13 miles, sorry. 6.6 to my turn. Yeah, I'm surprised nobody ever asked me to take a look. I didn't know Big D's trailer was a reefer. I'm really surprised nobody asked me to take a look at it. But a lot of times when them things go to shit, they do go fully to shit. So it may have been broken, like locked up for a while. Good thing it's not smell-o-vision. There's definitely a skunk got killed around here or sprayed. Good night. Went by very fast, so I didn't catch the name. Tara, you gotta go to bed. You have to be able to cook tomorrow, because it sounds like they want me to come out to breakfast, and you know I can't have a tired cook that can't cook because she's too tired. I did not fart. My farts do not, well, sometimes they do, but not normally. They don't normally smell like a skunk. Interesting. I'm surprised they didn't just try to throw a couple cans of Freon or something in there. Compressors. Well, I mean, because I don't know. I don't know much about reefers. I would assume it's still like a normal air conditioner type system. Call me from breakfast. Okay. Old Uncle Bill is Uncle Bill. Why, do you want me to take you to breakfast, or you want to go with me to breakfast, Uncle Bill? Oh yeah, the waitresses get all the fame, not the cooks. You never see the cooks. They're always in the back. Patriot Mechanic. Oh God, no, this is not Patriot Mechanic. This is definitely not Patriot Mechanic. I actually know how to fix things. Wow. God, that's so hilarious. I'm gonna have, if I keep up with this streaming thing, I bet you that this is going to go like on for months, where people are going to ask me if I'm Patriot Mechanic. That's hilarious. You're fine, but no, I'm not Patriot Mechanic. I'm Mechanic Eric. I'm the guy that basically stayed behind and fixed people's stuff when the convoy left them behind, and got them back running, and got them back on the road instead of abandoning them or telling them, oh, you got to take that to a shop. I sat here and I actually stayed behind and fixed their stuff and and got them back on the road. So, you know, Patriot Mechanic would sit here and look at it and go, that's bad. You need to take it to a shop. That's what Patriot Mechanic would do. I would actually just fix the shit. So. Sum up that story real quick. The original agreement with the rental company for the RV only listed 2 drivers, and so there was no way I could drive it. I was going to, but they couldn't get me on the insurance. Hi, Mindy. Were you in Santa's live chat thing being one of my moderators or no? Tracy chose to go to a campground, so they towed her to a campground, and she's sitting there waiting at a campground till the transmission gets delivered to the Ford dealership. And then it'll be towed over to the Ford dealership, and I'm assuming she's just going to stay at the campground in a tent. But everything's set up so that Tracy should be fine. Probably in about 2 weeks, everything will be back to working, and she'll be good to go wherever and to whatever camp she decides to go with or join, or if she decides to go home, or whatever her fancy is, she will be 100% ready to go. Yeah, if you didn't hear the story about that, I literally drove to every shop in Hagerstown, ended up finally going to the Ford dealership, walked in there like a boss and sat there and said, I need to speak to the people that make the decisions and make things happen. And said, this is the situation, and I need you guys to help me to deal with it. And they actually were very responsive to that approach. And they said, we can have it done in 2 days, but we need you to find me a transmission. So then I called every transmission shop in this area, and some that were out of this area, and I found a transmission, and I got that all tied together, and everything's a go. Transmission's been ordered. It's on its way to Ford. As soon as the transmission shows up, Ford says they can get it done in 2 days. So just not taking no for an answer. Learned that, you know, you can make phone calls, and saw me fixing a door handle in Indiana. I wonder whose door handle I was fixing in Indiana. God, it's all a blur. You saw me fixing that would have been Thelma, Grandma, whatever you want to call her, the Chevy. That's the one you saw me doing. Okay, yeah, I remember that door handle. But getting back to what I was saying, I've always learned that you get a lot more response if you do it in person. I've never gotten a job that I've applied for. I've always gotten a job that I've just walked in and said, hey, I'm looking for a job. If I wanted to be, when I was a mechanic and I wanted to be a mechanic, I'd go to mechanic shops and I'd walk in and I'd say, hey, I'm a mechanic. I'm looking for a job. You got anything for me? And I'd get hired. When I got into computers, I just went to every computer store and I literally was like, hey, I'm looking for a job. Do you need another tech? And I got a job. When I started driving truck, same thing. I always put face to whatever. I didn't do applications. I just walked into places and, hey, you looking for a driver? Yeah, I drive. There you go. I got a job. You'd be surprised how effective that is, but yeah. I don't know what Freedom Ford had set up. Unfortunately, he went off on a nature hike, and I tried getting a hold of him on his live stream and tried calling him, and he didn't pick up. So we had to make decisions on our own, which was to load it up on the trailer and bring it to DC. And yeah, it is what it is. Ultimately, she's probably in a better situation here because it gave us time to find funding to pay for it, because Freedom Ford's connection would have only diagnosed that her transmission was bad and she would have been stuck. Here, at least, she's here with us and we had time to deal with it. So, I don't think Freedom Ford's solution was the best solution anyways. So, yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm going to go into this truck stop here real quick and probably grab myself a soda or something. And I guess I've got a breakfast appointment. I don't know what time I'm getting up, but I guess I got to go and go to this place for breakfast. Hopefully she gets some sleep and she can get some good food. And yeah, I gotta remember where the heck it was. I gotta look it up. There's my phone. It was some type of restaurant by the runway or something. What's this? Somebody remember what that restaurant was called? Something by the runway. Oh, it's just called Runway? Oh, the grill at Runways. That's it. I'll have to look at that. There's the menu. Interesting. Yeah. "15 minutes.
Head west.
Wow. That's
The grill at runways may be closed by the time you arrive.
It might be closed by the time I arrive? What? I don't have a special.
Head west.
Wow.
The grill at.
That's funny. Why does it keep doing
Head
that? Stupid.
west.
Oh, because it's going on. I was like, it's
Grill at runways may
acting
be closed by the
stupid
time you arrive.
because it's coming up on the Apple CarPlay. I'm just getting a list. I'm just getting a list of directions. So when I hit exit to exit out of the directions, it takes me out of the whole GPS. And I'm like, why is it doing it? Oh yeah, because it's on this. 11 miles, man. It better be some dang good breakfast for 11 miles. That's a long drive. And it was Tara, right? I got to ask for Tara. She'll be looking for me like every 5 minutes. Eric said he's coming to have breakfast. Is he here yet? Is he here yet? All right. Well, thank you guys for coming along for the ride. Lost a few of you guys. I can't believe I had like 500 or 600 people watching my live this late at night. But, you know, thank you for the donations. Really surprised. I'll have to figure out how to get access to it. And I guess, Tara, I'll see you tomorrow. And, you know, I'll have to figure out what I'm eating. So, all right. You guys all have a good night. I'll catch you later. Oh, I had up to 800. Holy crap. All right. You guys have a great night. Thanks for coming along for the ride. It's only 9:45 in SoCal, yeah. All right, bye guys.